Hi everybody, this is Georgiana with Expressions Craft Studio, and today I'm working on a project, a printable pack from Kate Crafts, and she has a store on Etsy, KateCraftsStore, and this is called the Vintage Anemone. So I've already started and made a couple of these envelope pockets where you just take recycled, used envelopes and recycle them. And then you can add tags or, inserts or whatever you want. So I've just done a bunch of tags here and some tickets. And this was actually the first one that I made, and added some of my own stamps to them and some tassels just to grab onto. And so today I'm going to do another one, and I'm going to use this envelope, and I'm going to cut it down. I've already kind of measured, and I'm going to cut it down to there, and I'm going to use this pocket that comes in the kit, and I've already cut it out, and then I've already kind of embellished it with a little bit of some more of the stuff that's included in the kit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to decorate the envelope, and I'm going to attach this and make a different style of envelope pocket. So give me a second to cut this envelope down, and then I'll be right back. So I've cut my envelope, and I'm going to save this because I can actually make a different pocket out of this one. I'm just going to add that to my pile back there. And then what I want to do is I want to get this envelope ready to decorate. So I'm going to glue this flap down, and then I'm going to glue that flap closed, and then we'll start decorating the front. And I am using Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. There are plenty of glues that you can use. Whatever you've got will probably work just fine. You don't have to run out and buy something special, unless of course you just want to. I just got this Barely Art glue, and I really do like it. Before that I was using Aleene's Quick Dry Tacky Glue, which worked pretty well for me too, but I didn't have a precision tip, and the Barely Arts comes with a precision tip, which is really nice for just putting down a little bit of glue. Alright, so this one I want to glue down here. Try not to pull my stuff off the screen, or off, the view from the camera. Flip that over. Okay. A little glue on my mat here. Alright, so now we're going to decorate the front of this pocket. And I want to use one of the papers that's kind of going to look all right with how I've already decorated this. So I'm probably doing this a little bit backwards. But you do whatever works for you. And is this going to be big enough? I don't think it is. Yeah, it's going to be a little too short. So I'll try this one here. And then this will go, where's the bottom? Here's the bottom. So that go down there like that. So that looks all right. Do I have something else? Yeah. That's not quite big enough, I don't think. No, it's not wide enough. Okay, so we'll stick with this one. Put my pocket there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue this onto the front. we'll do it like this. Or I could even do it like that, actually. That'll cover up that flower, but it leaves this. Oh yeah, let's do that. There's a little more contrast that way. Yeah, we'll do it that way. So I'm just going to put some glue on my envelope here. Make sure I get my corners good, because that's where I usually struggle, is trying to get my corners glued down well. I'm just going to pick this up so I can line it up better. And it doesn't have to be exact as long as it covers it, because you can go back and trim it later. So I'll grab my bone folder and just kind of try to spread that glue out. Kind of push it out to the corners so it seals those edges nice. And it dries pretty quick, so you don't have to spend a lot of time doing that. There we go. So now, oops, I keep moving that. So now we're just going to trim this off. Got all these dried glued bits stuck everywhere. And the edge of the envelope is thick enough. It gives you a pretty good edge to rest your scissors against so that you can get a nice trim. Of course, I'm busy talking and wandered away from my edge there a little bit. I'm just going to kind of angle my scissors and try to get that trim without cutting the pocket open. Okay, so that edge is good. We need to do this edge. There we go. It's hard to see white on white sometimes. I don't know why my scissors keep slipping. There we go. And trim a little bit to top because my paper wasn't quite straight. Now you can always go back and run this through your trimmer again if you need to. Which is not what I would normally do because I can't cut straight to save my life. I can't cut straight, I can't see straight, I can't sew straight. I just, I have a real problem with straight for some reason. All right, so there's the front of our envelope. Got all these dried glue bits everywhere. Okay, so at this point, we could go ahead and glue this on. It looks like I need to, no, that'll be all right. All right, so I'm just going to kind of center that close to the bottom and glue it on. I think that looks pretty straight. Let me see. Get a bit up. Yeah. Okay, so I think I've got that. Maybe squish it back over just a little bit. All right, so because I can't glue straight, I'm going to do that. And then I just moved it, so I guess I won't do it that way. I was going to just glue half of it and then flip it up and do the other half, but it's hard to keep things still on this glass mat, but I like the mat because it cleans up easily when I, got glue and whatever else I've got everywhere. So try to get this down. It's too far. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it, you don't want it obviously crooked. Just kind of burnishing that down. And then I want to make sure I don't glue it down. So I'll grab this piece of paper and just kind of push it down in there to make sure my glue didn't smear off into the, past the envelope folds. It might have a little bit down there. Can't tell if it's, yeah, that's good. Okay. Perfect. So then I'm going to get my ink out. Well, first, actually, I'm going to cut my notch here at the top. This always takes me a minute. There we go. And you can measure this if you want to find the center. I don't normally. It just kind of depends. I can see where my previous notch is, so I'm just trying to center it with that one. And that looks a little crooked. I'm just going to go there. I turn it over so it doesn't fly all over the room. So there's my notch. So now I'm going to get some ink and ink that all up. And you can use any kind of ink you want. I have been using Harmony by Spectrum Noir. It's a quick dry ink, and the color I use is Friar Brown, but it's a little bit more orangey than I would typically like. So I'll probably switch to a vintage photo or something like that from the Tim Holtz line. But for right now, this is what I've been using, and so just to be consistent, I will go ahead and use it again. And so then you just lightly brush it on the edges. And this just helps add some, what do you want, dimension, depth. It helps separate it. By the time you glue this down onto a journal page, inking the edges just kind of helps lift it up off that page easier visually so that it doesn't blend into the background as much. So I'm just going to finish going around the edges here. That looks pretty good. And then I am using, was it Black Soot from the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide line, just to give a little bit more natural kind of discolored look to it. And again, this is optional. You don't have to do this, or you could use completely different colors, whatever works for you. I didn't mean to punch through both of those, and I did it anyway. Oh well. So essentially now this could be finished right here, or you could add more decoration to it. This is all from the kit. I used my own die because I'm not good at fussy cutting, so I used a round die that I had to cut out this piece. I did fussy cut all the straight edges, but you could certainly use whatever you've got and however you want to do it. Let's see here. I think I've put all my tags in the other envelopes, but at this point you could pull out, you know, add your different tags to this. Let's see. I kind of like this one for here. And I've left the back of them so you can write on them, so you can journal on them. And, you know, that's up to you. I think I need a little more glue there. Good thing I looked. Yep. See, I have a habit of not getting it all the way out to the corner because I don't like it when it smushes out. But you do need to glue these down good if it's something that's going to be used a lot, pulled in and out a lot, because it will loosen up and pull off over time. So now that'll go in there. We've got one in there. We could actually even stick another one back in there. Well, this one might fit in there nicely. Yeah. So there you go. You don't really need to do anything else to that one. Anyway, this is a beautiful collection. It's from Kate Crafts. You can find her on Etsy. I'll put the link in the comments below. And this is the Vintage Anemone, I hope I'm saying that right, collection. And I just used envelopes, but you could do anything, and these will be perfect for junk journals. You could do cards with them, you know, whatever you like. So, scrapbooks, whatever. So, have fun and play with it. And thanks, Katya, for letting me play with this collection. I loved it. Thank you so much, everybody.